Hey guys, hey guys and girls, Phoenix Tremaine here with my new review of Empire Season 2, Episode 2, called Without a Country. This was actually a much better episode than the first episode because, well, first, if you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, comment, follow me, those good things. I have my links in the description box. But, I'm getting back to Empire because Empire is one of my favorite shows. I'm going to try not to do a really long review, but break it down that thank goodness they fixed a lot of things that I complained about in episode 1, including narrowing down their guest stars. The only two I recognized, there could have been some more, was Ludacris and Kelly Rowland. And Kelly Rowland's part was just like really, really small. I'm sure she'll be in more flashbacks as Lucius's mother. Ludacris was through the whole thing as a dirty correction officer working for the prosecutor, um, Roxanne Ford, and it was just a really good episode. It was actually more music in this episode than I expected, which of course the highlight of the show is that song Lucius sang, "Snitch Bitch." But we also got songs from the new girl, Valentino Galliano, as well as Tiana had a song. Jesse had 2 songs. So there was a lot of music in Empire today. But one of the things I liked most about Empire in this episode was that we actually got to focus on the core characters that we got to know last season. So all of the actors had an opportunity to really develop their characters, which is what I wanted in the premiere episode. But there's so many guest stars to get through. We didn't really get a whole lot of character development, which we got in this episode. So basically, a lot of the episode had to do with forming the kingdoms, because Lee Daniels said that this season would be all about warring kingdoms. We now know that we've got Lucius Lyon's Empire versus Lyon's Dynasty, which is sort of like a wink and a nod to Dynasty, which, you have to be deaf, dumb, blind, and stupid not to see that this is basically the black version of Dynasty. So, which Lee Daniels and, I forgot, the strong guy. His last name is Strong, Danny Strong. They both said that they got inspired by Dynasty in creating the show. So in creating Lion's Dynasty, honestly, I think the name should just be Dynasty, or because I thought Lion's Den would be good, but Lion's Dynasty, okay. I guess it'll grow on us, but they were just put through the ringer in this episode because we had the foursome, Anika, Cookie, Hakeem, and Andre all forming this group together. But now that their hostile takeover didn't work, Cookie doesn't want Anika anywhere near their new empire or their new dynasty, and so she basically kicks Anika out, which I think it'll be a mistake, and I think that sooner or later Cookie's going to have to eat some crow and allow Anika to come back, because I'm sure, they got to keep Anika on the show. She's one of the major players. The actress already said that she's not going to be getting back together with Lucius this season, so the only thing she could be involved in is Dynasty, so I'm sure they'll find a way to bring her back in to the fold. Jamal tried to get Hakeem to rejoin Empire, which is an order directly from Lucius, and using his album and holding it over his head. But Hakeem, he leaks the album, and now is a big thing of whether or not Lucius and Jamal will actually sue Hakeem from it for releasing the album. So that could be an interesting thing that plays out on the show. And we also got a lot of just Cookie just forming, trying to hold this company together. She managed to get a building with a better space and think, a better area. But she got a building in a better space, bigger space, and she could really see her empire growing. But in the end, Andre defected. He wanted to be part of Empire, not Dynasty, because he pretty much felt he was too good to be a part of the Dynasty because he worked so hard in Empire. He's like he didn't really want to take a step back, so he asked Cookie to let him go. So once again, Cookie lost another son. She lost Jamal in episode 1, and now she lost Andre in episode 2. And ironically, the one that's sticking by her is Hakeem, who we know she had such a bad history with in the first season, kicking off the first episode by beating him with a broom. Something my mother has done to me on more than one occasion. God rest her soul. But so that was it for Cookie. You know, Cookie was all over the place, just trying to form this new empire before Lucius could get out of jail. But of course, and I'll get to this, you know, he gets out of jail as soon as she's like, we got to do this before he gets out. Then he gets out. And then there was a lot going on with Lucius in jail. The prosecutor, Roxanne Ford, is not playing around. She withholds Lucius's medication to try to get him to, you know, do what she wants him to do, to start snitching on people and all that kind of stuff so he can get a lighter sentence, but still jail time. And Lucius, you know, he just kind of holds out until he is talking to Jamal in a meeting where this lawyer, his name is Thirsty Rollins. You know, he's like the pimp of lawyers. You know, right now he don't have the money because the way he was dressed, the way he looked, he obviously was he got his degree from the University of Guam. So he's a lawyer that's low on the totem pole, but he's hungry and he's willing to get dirty to get the job done, which is what he does for Lucius. Ludacris guest starred as a corrupt corrections officer who was tormenting Lucius at every turn. You know, he the lawyer managed to get him some meds and also arranged a recording in the jail. But then Ludacris' character came in to work early, busted it up, stole the music, and threw Lucius in the hole. But this lawyer is, like I said, he's dirty, he gets the job done. He ends up having Ludacris beaten, steals the music back, and we never see Ludacris again, so we don't see how badly he's beaten or anything like that. Just that there's a line where he say, well, you know, he cracked his ribs and all that kind of stuff. We saw him get beaten in the face and things like that. But the cool thing was, you know, this was definitely a soap opera move. You know, they definitely, you know, went real soapy, kind of campy with this one. But the lawyer comes late, and just as Roxanne Ford, the prosecutor, is about to really get Lucius to pretty much be in jail without bail or anything like that, the lawyer comes with new evidence, but it turns out it's not new evidence. It's like the judge with the ball gag in his mouth, tied up, things like that. So the judge immediately orders bail, set at $1 million, which of course Lucius can afford, which is how he gets free. And Roxanne is like, oh shit, what just happened? So she gets completely blindsided. So not only is Lucius out of jail, you know, but his new song is on the radio. So even before he gets out of jail, the lawyer releases his song. So he's got new music. He's ready to step back in control of his empire. You know, he's got his bail hearing. He's got this new cutthroat lawyer, and he's ready to get back to being Lucius, but out of jail Lucius. Which I don't know how long this will last, because rumors are that because of his legal trouble, turns out his legal troubles, he will not be doing a full season of Empire. That as the episodes continue, we're going to see less and less of Lucius. So I don't know how they're going to write that in there, but we'll see what happens. Andre did visit Lucius while he was in jail, and he was begged him, literally did everything being on his hands and knees and begged him and kiss his feet to come back to Empire. And you know, Lucius is like, no. And when he begs him for an explanation, we get this flashback of Lucius' mother singing to him, and then she gets all hazy and goes out. So obviously, Lucius' mother has some mental problems, and so he's sort of like looking at Hakeem, not Hakeem, but Andre, like his mother, like she had problems, you got problems. He don't want nothing to do with it. So, that was a lot of what happened in Empire. We got Tiana back. I really like Tiana. I like some of her music from last year. It didn't even make it to the album. I had to download it from YouTube. But Tiana was back with another hot song. It sounds just like the song Timbaland made for her. So I'm guessing in season one. So I'm guessing that Timbaland is back to making music on sort of the song because now he's in it with Neo. I need some water. He's in it with Neo, so you can tell some of the songs is a little Neo-ish, and some of the songs kind of Timbaland-ish. So I would have to actually look at the album to see who produced what. But that was it. It was a very good episode of Empire. I didn't hear any catchphrases like you don't even know how to type right or anything like that. Um, it was really cut and dry, focused on the characters we love. And that's what I want to see more of. I see in the next episode, in the trailer for next week, the promo for next week, Roxanne attacks Cookie, have her arrested and threatens her children, does all the kind of stuff. So shit about to get real. Plus Lucius is coming for Cookie. And so it's going to be good. I can see that for Cookie's Empire, it probably won't really take off until the mid-season finale or the end of this season finale, because they really got her like bare bones, showing her create this just like she did for Jamal's come up. She just one by one systematically just did what she had to do to get the job done, and now we see she's doing it with a dynasty. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I hope you will continue to watch my reviews. I appreciate it. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. And thank you for watching.